Hello, and today we're going to learn how to make unicorn farts vape juice. What you're going to need are some graduated cylinders. I will get the 50 milliliter, I want the base on it, and a 10 milliliter. You'll need a couple syringes, 3 milliliters, one with blunt tip, you're going to need your flavorings and your nicotine. This is nicotine. This is 100 milligram strength. And various flavorings. You know, you can get all this stuff at Wizard Labs. The best container I find to use are baby food containers. And not necessary, but really good to have the mixer. This is one that they use for baby food. You can pick these up at Walmart for a couple bucks. First things first is to come up with a recipe. I generally use a online recipe configurer. I go to eliquidcalculator.com, and that gives you the recipe. And I like to save my recipes so I can mess with them. On there you can look for unicorn farts V2. That's this recipe, and it's for 50 milliliters. Alright, we'll start with Bavarian cream. I use Bavarian cream from Cappella. Be really careful with your flavorings, because if you spill it, it's going to be really hard to clean it up. Before I go and take anything out, I like just pull back, get a little bit of air there. That way you can see the top of the fluid in there and line it up with the lines. The recipe says it wants 1 milliliter of Bavarian cream. Now you can see where it's sitting right at the one line that's a little bit higher. Doesn't matter. When you're done with a flavor, make sure you get the cap back on. Put it off to the side so you don't double up, especially important with nicotine. The next flavor will be graham cracker clear. Another thing to note is when you have your flavors, don't shake them. Just roll them a little bit and make sure everything is mixed up, because some flavors settle out as they've been sitting around. For graham cracker, it is asking for 1 milliliter. Again, pull it back a little bit. Third ingredient would be New York Cheesecake. New York Cheesecake is a very popular flavor. You need 1.5 mils of this. So I would buy it in more bulk than the other ones. Milliliters. Next one will be your butter flavor. It's only asking for 1 milliliter. I don't use very much of this very often, so I bought the smaller one just because I wanted to test it and see if I even liked it. So when you're buying new flavors, don't buy the biggest thing you can unless you know for a fact that you're going to like it, because you'll be stuck with it. Or you can pour it out and use a container. Next one would be sweet cream. It's asking for 1.5 milliliters. Sweet strawberry. With the sweet strawberry, I like having a little bit more strawberry, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 3.5 sweet strawberry and strawberry ripe. I got the sweet strawberry is from Capella's, which is the best one out there, and a really good strawberry ripe is from the Flavor Apprentice. But you use too much of this, it'll actually start to taste like rotten strawberries, so try and keep it low. So this is where we'll use the bigger one. So as long as you can use any ratio of this you want, it's 3 of this and 4 of this, or 2 of this and 5 of that, as long as it equals 7. So, and fill it up to the line. Yeah, we use, that one's almost 4, so we'll put 3 of this. As long as we fill it up to the 7 milliliter mark. After that, pour it in here. Let it drip for a little bit. Last but not least is your vanilla custard. The best vanilla custard out there is Cappella's. It's asking for 3 milliliters. With these 3s, don't put too much air in it, or you're gonna run out of space at the top. You can also just put it in through the graduated cylinder, but if you can do 3, you may as well do it with the syringe. Now, with the nicotine, for 50 milliliters, the recipe calls for 3 milliliters of 100 milligram strength of nicotine. Always use a syringe so you can get the most accurate, so you're not putting in too much. We're going for 6 mil strength overall. So 50 milliliters, that will equal 3 mil. This one I don't do the gap at the top because it takes a while to fill anyways, because I get 100% VG nicotine. That's good. Be very careful with nicotine and handling it. This stuff is very toxic. And it can make you sick if you get too much on your skin, because your body will absorb it. This is from Essential Depot. This is 100% VG, USP food grade, non-GMO, palm derived, blah blah blah, vegetable glycerin. Make sure that it's USP and food grade, because they got stuff out there that is not food grade and can make you sick. Now the recipe calls for 31 milliliters. That's where you get the 50 milliliter. And carefully fill it up. Don't do it too fast, and don't let it pour it straight down on there, because it will put bubbles in it, and the air will displace the volume of VG that you're using. Recipe calls for 31. I add an extra milliliter. because there's going to be some left inside there. What I like to do is just pour the essential amount first. Oops. And just give it a few minutes to do its thing. Now when you're finished with all this, you can take your syringes and your graduated cylinders and whatnot and wash them off. You can run water through it. BG is water soluble, so if there's a drop of water there, big deal, just absorb it and ain't gonna cause you any trouble. You can see as it slowly empties out through here. Alright. That's why I add the extra, because there's still going to be a little bit in the bottom. This thing I really like, because before I got it, what I would do is put the lid on there and shake it by hand 4 or 5 minutes. So this, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. As you can see, everything is layered. Now you stir it. Make sure you get everything mixed in well. You'll know it's mixed when everything turns to one color. Flip it around some. Now there's going to be quite a bit of air bubbles in there. That's fine because they will escape. And stir it for about a minute. That's pretty much all you really need. You can shake and vape this, meaning that as soon as you mix it, you can vape it, but it's not going to be that good. It really does well when you steep it. And steeping is just letting it sit in a nice dark area for like a week or two. If this is like your first batch, you can try and speed steep it by putting it in hot water and let it heat up. It won't be as good as letting it steep over time as everything starts to mix in and react with each other. This is the same as a chemistry experiment you did in high school, where certain compounds react with each other, and as they're reacting, different compounds are being made. The same with flavors. As you steep it, certain flavors will increase and some of other flavors will decrease. Keep the lid off of this for about an hour. Allow any flavorings that have any kind of alcohol mixed in with them to escape, because the alcohol will be very, very harsh on your throat. So that right there is how you make unicorn farts. I'll try and get the recipe put up on the video. It'll definitely be down in the comment section. If you like it, good. So thanks for joining me, and that's how you make unicorn farts.